I'm Sharon Dooley, sports massage therapist and yoga teacher. This week, we're going to be looking at exercises that help to build strength and stability from shoulders through to hips, front and back. So you're going to be working all of those abs and all the little muscles that help to support your shoulders. Breathing is really key this week because it's very easy once you start trying to engage these muscles to forget to exhale and hold your breath, and then you get tense, and that also can happen when you're running or when you feel a bit unbalanced. So really keep that focus on your breathing, which will help you to stay relaxed as we work through them. Again, inhaling and exhaling through your nose and working at the pace. I'm not going to hold you in any of these for too long. There's quite a few plank variations in here. So if anybody's got any shoulder issues, take all fours rather than plank. And I'll give you a couple of alternatives just so that you're not putting too much pressure on your shoulders. So to start with, just taking a comfortable seated position, and just take your hands onto your belly. And as you're inhaling, just allowing your belly to expand. As you exhale, just noticing it wants to sink back in towards your spine. Keeping your awareness on this area, bending your knees, put your feet flat onto the floor. And then as you inhale, think of lifting your chest upwards. Press down through your feet. Just notice, if anything, if there's any sensations through your midsection as you press down through your feet, and then release. And then take your hands onto your knees. You're going to press your hands and knees in towards each other, keeping that chest lifted, which will help to keep your back nice and straight. And then release. You can carry on playing with that, or you can explore lifting one leg. Now you're going to press the knee in and hand against the knee. So it's not actually going to go anywhere, but it's working all of those muscles. Lower that leg down, lift the other leg up. You can carry on with that. You can explore lifting both legs up, keeping that chest lifted, keeping your back nice and long. And then pressing your knees and hands in towards each other. And then release. If you get a bit of tension through your thighs, just give them a little rub. And then one more time, lifting, pressing knees and hands in towards each other. Maybe reaching out through your fingertips. Maybe press out through your heels. You can explore lengthening your legs up towards the ceiling. And then lowering down. Come on to anyone with shoulder issues, stay on all fours. And all you're going to do is play with turning the crease of your elbow forwards. So keeping your shoulders nice and open. Have your hands roughly just underneath your shoulders. Take your knees back a little. And then as you exhale, you're going to pull your belly button in towards your spine. As you inhale, release. So that's working through that. If your shoulders are fine, come into plank. Get a nice straight line, shoulder, hip, heel, reaching out through your heels. And we're just going to take 3 deep breaths here. From here, you've got the option, you can bring a knee down, roll onto the opposite foot, reaching one arm up. If it's comfortable, it's available, you can go maybe straight-legged, pressing down through the hand that's on the floor. Think of reaching up through the top arm, so always keeping nice and length, lifting your hips up. As you exhale, come back to plank. And then on the other side, so you can start with a bent knee, lifting the arm up if it's available, straightening both legs. Really think of lengthening up through the top arm, pressing down through the bottom hand, lifting those hips up. And then come back into plank. If you need to, you can take a little rest before the next one. Spreading your fingers wide, elbows, crease of the elbows pointing forwards. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to bring your knee to the outside of your elbow. As you inhale, bringing it across. Exhale, bringing your leg back down. And taking the other leg outside of elbow. Inhale across. Exhale, lengthen. Maybe doing one more each side. And then the other side. And then give your hands a shake. If you need to stretch them out, turn your fingertips in towards your knees. And just playing around. And then you can turn them the other way. And then we have 2 options here. For anybody who's got too much going on with their shoulders, take bridge rather than this next one, which is tabletop. So if you've got shoulder issues, lie back onto your back. You're going to press down through your feet, lift your hips. If your shoulders are good, then have your hands. This kind of depends a little bit on how long your arms are. My arms are quite long comparatively, so I take mine back a little bit further. The shoulders away from ears, pressing down through your hands, feet about hip width apart. Press down through your feet. Again, just noticing if anything changes in your midsection as you press down through your feet. Lifting your hips up. Think of lengthening along the front and the back of your body. Chin stays down towards chest. Eyes looking forward. Maybe straightening one leg, keeping the hips up, and then the other leg. And lower. And then if you're feeling brave, you can repeat that, or you can take straight-legged position, lifting your chest up. You're going to press down through your heels, pressing out through your heels. Lift up your hips, keeping the gaze down towards your toes. And then when you're ready, lowering down. And then just to stretch afterwards, reach your arms up over your head, point your toes away from you, and just taking a few deep breaths here. And then whenever you're ready, coming out. So that's just a couple of ideas that really help you to focus and build some strength and stability in the muscles here. And as a runner, it's really important because arms and legs are the levers. the more solid their base, the more freedom they have, and also the faster you go, the more power you're putting through, the more important it is to keep everything here as stable as possible. Yes, you need to be able to have a certain amount of rotation, but by being able to keep this as still as it needs to be to allow the movement freely through arms and legs. And if there's too much twisting going on up here, then your hips are going to be twisting more than they need to be. So that's just some things you can play with for this area here. And I will see you next week. Again, if anyone wants a longer session, I teach 6:30 on Zoom, Monday evenings. Just get in touch for more details. Have a lovely week.